Today I'm going to share with you 3 ideas on how you can start a journal for improved mental health. Why? Because mental health and journaling go together like peanut butter and jelly. You might be wondering what I mean by mental health. If you have ever experienced stress, nervousness, fear of the unknown, being in the dumps, or a restless mind where your brain is thrashing everything going on all the time, then you know exactly what I mean about mental health. Hi, I'm Scott. I help people use journaling to improve their mental clarity, their productivity, and their mindfulness. And I believe that all of us, on some level, cope with anxiety or depression on a lower level. I've experienced that a good journaling habit is the key that unlocks the cage of your mind when it comes to these things. Mental clarity, productivity, and mindfulness are not far from where you are right now. If you haven't already, I would like you to grab a pen and a journal, or something to write with, a pad of paper, and start taking notes right now. Because the best time to start journaling, you guessed it, is right where you are, right now. There's no need to get big setup and worry about what kind of pen and what kind of paper. Just grab it and grip it and rip it. Also, I'll keep this video short and sweet, but could you subscribe and like this video? It would help me out a bunch. Okay. Like my grandma used to say, them grits ain't gonna cook themselves, so let's get to it. Okay, first, research shows that writing with a pen and journal is golden. I covered this in another video you can check out, but getting the journaling habit started or restarted is sometimes the very hardest part. Much of this difficulty is when you need to journal the most is when you're the most stressed or you're the most mentally unhealthy. I mean, seriously, sometimes who has time to sit and write page after page after page in a journal? It's busy out there. Additionally, staring at a blank page after a long day, long stressful day, or even a fitful night when you're sleeping, wake up in the morning, it can be brutal, literally sucking the joy out of your life. So here are 3 things that you can do to make that blank page come alive. Idea number 1, don't write at all. Just draw or doodle. Let's say that you have woken up and you have set your alarm a half hour early and you are sitting at your table and you are looking at a blank page. Well, congratulations. That's half the battle is won. But to get started, just getting ink on the page is what you're looking for here. Just doodle with a pen, concentrate on how that ink comes out of the pen, and look closely at it. Think about what you're doodling also. Use this time to meditate on the pen and the ink and the paper. It's magical to focus on these 3 things and let your brain relax. It's very good for your mental health. Who knew that doodling could improve your mental health? Smash that like button if that's new information for you too. Idea number 2. Write a list. We all make lists all the time in our heads, whether we know it or not. Just pick one and write it down. Write a list of people in your life and draw an emoji next to your name. Write a list of cars that you've owned. Write a list of your favorite emoji. Write a list of apps on your phone that you can delete later. You never know. You could become a minimalist after this exercise. On a more serious note, all of these ideas are mindful in nature. By focusing your mind on one simple thing, you're actually giving it a break. In mindfulness practices, this could be described as though your brain is a chainsaw cutting through problems and challenges. If you've ever heard someone use a chainsaw to cut up a tree, the chainsaw revs and it grinds and it whines and it's up, it's down. It's just a lot of loud, hard work. But focusing on one simple thing is actually setting the chainsaw down and letting it idle, letting it cool down, letting your brain relax and stop churning through all those problems and all those challenges of the day. It's really powerful to give your mind a break every once in a while. Whew, that monologue was long, but I just had to get it off my chest. Let's get back to the list. Idea number 3, review pens and paper. I do this all the time. In fact, this week I reviewed how my favorite pens lay ink down on the paper. Some low-level anxiety or depression made that blank page impossible for me. So I decided to just grab my favorite set of pens, and write a few sentences with each one. Something simple like, this is a G2 pen 0.5 and I like the way it writes. Just kind of get the ink on the page and just evaluate how one pen looks different than the other pen. It was actually kind of fun to see the results and how they laid out right next to each other. I enjoy this enough that I actually made a video about this that you can check out a little later. A gear review can certainly be fun, especially when you start getting into paper and its thickness and the tooth on the paper and how it interacts with the pen and the ink and how fast the ink dries. But the trick is, try not to think about the fact that you're making your mind focus on a simple thing. Because as soon as you start doing that, then you start revving up your chainsaw, your brain to solving problems and challenges. What you want to do is set that chainsaw down, cool it off, let it relax. Just focus on one simple thing, one simple list, one simple ink, one simple thing, drawing. That's when you get the magic. All right, thanks for watching. I got links in the description for my website, a journaling schedule, Instagram, a Facebook group, many ways that you can connect. Don't go it alone. Journaling is hard enough, especially when you're stressed out and your chainsaw's all revved up. You need to relax that brain. So don't go it alone. Connect, and we'll help each other out. Okay, that's all for now. See you next time.